I'll have to say it 10 times for making him to do that particular homework. I'll have to shout to call him for breakfast and he doesn't wakes up early though I say him every day. Is these phrases and is these lifestyle habits are existing in your home? Then this is a must watch video for each one of you to understand why your children are not listening to you. You will be shocked and surprised when I say you this. The researchers say that almost most of the kids, 80% of the kids, they don't even know that they are not listening to you because they do not do it intentionally. Then what could be the reasons? When we try to fix this without knowing the reason, either forcing them or giving a fear or shouting, this is again going to make the gapper widen and they will become rebellion to whatever you say. Hence, it is very important for us to understand. And how should we do that? I'll share with you four important aspects which are the root cause for why your kids are not listening to you. The reasons and the symptoms would differ for each kid and each parent. So listen and watch this video until the end and see which of these factors is mostly happening in your family. And then we could discuss about the solution which is going to work against each of the root causes. I hope you will be with me till the end where I'm also going to share with you one of the important hack which is must to know for all of you to make your children cooperate and listen to you. Reason number one is disconnection. What does it literally mean? I understand you as a parent having this question that I'm pouring my unintentional love towards my kid. How could he feel disconnected? I completely understand. Let me explain you that. The theory of attachment explains that when a children feels emotionally distanced from their parent, their brain gets into a protective mode instead of cooperative mode, which means their brains are literally shut. And how do you identify it? These kids and children do not speak by looking into our eyes. Most of the time, they avoid the direct eye contact with us. And second, they tend to be in a zoned out mode. Like you'll be speaking something and you'll be saying them something and they'll be in a different world. What did you say? And most of the time, they feel like they don't hear those words. They'll be asking you, what did you say? Or, did you say that? These kind of things would happen with these kids. Do you resonate this with you? Are you hearing these dialogues from your children? Then there is an emotional gap between you and your children. Do not worry. As I said, we will discuss how we could able to tackle it easily as well as effectively. And second, the reason of second is the feel of being powerless. The human nature from its evolution always has two things without which a human cannot feel satisfied. One is authority and second is control. It's not just for the adults, even for children, this is imprinted in their DNAs. And whenever kids feel their opinions or they do not have a say, then to make their presence feel and to re-establish that authority, they get into this non-listening mode and they do not cooperate with you. And these kind of kids, you could see, like they often say no to everything, literally everything. And even before you stop the complete phrase, in the middle of it, they will break and say that I'm not going to do that and I'm not interested in it. And the most thing is for each and everything, whatever you say, they tend to ask you why. And you could able to understand, though you give valid reasons, their intention behind why is not to understand that, but trying to identify reasons to avoid it. And none other than this, there will be always a battle for every choices between you and your children. It could be for the food or it could be for the time of homework, anything, literally there will be battles. If this is happening, then the reason is they are feeling powerless. And third reason us overwhelmed and overdosed. What does it mean? Our human brain can only handle and process a specific set of information during a given amount of time. And when this is going overdone, then their brain shuts off and they couldn't able to absorb more than that. Let's say you ask your kid to clean the room, but if you go and see, they would have just cleaned the or made the bookshelf clean and tidy, and you would go and ask them, didn't I ask you to clean the entire room? And they will say, no, didn't you ask me to just clean the bookshelf? It's not that they do it intentionally, because they could only able to understand that amount of information. When we say too much of information or when we speak too much, it's not that all they could able to observe. And these kids often, you could notice that they are confused. They will often ask you, did you say me that? No, no, I did that, but you were saying me to, oh, no, no, not like that. So you could always see that they are always confused, and most of the time they tend to forget many of the things what you said to them. And as I said, it's not an intentional forgetness or they are saying a lie to us saying that I forgot. It's unintentional because they couldn't take information more than that for them. And then the reason number 4, feeling lack of respect for their world. Respect is one of the most core need for any human beings. When children feel their opinions, their feelings or their decisions are not respected, they tend to get into this non-cooperation. I could able to understand that many parents now have this question popped up in their mind, asking, then how is that? Can I able to agree for everything and anything he says? How could I do that? I completely understand. There is a thin line of demarcation between agreement and acknowledgement. Let me share you an example. Let's take an example. You're walking on the road with your little daughter and she is asking for a teddy bear that is there being sold on the roads. And let's say a mom is responding, haven't you have so much of toys? Why do you keep asking for toys each and every time when we come out? When you give this as a response, the kid feels their feeling is not being heard or even thought through. Instead, let's say there is another mom who was saying, yeah, I could understand when we look into these toys, we feel like buying it. But is that not we already have 2 teddies in the home? Why should we need third one? Do you understand the difference? The second mom is not invalidating their emotion. She is making the kid to feel that I understand it's normal when we see things, we get attracted to buy it. But then we'll have to be conscious to take a decision. Is that not both the messages is different? The decision is almost the same. We are not buying the toy for the kid. But in the second, the kid would feel that it is being respected. Their opinion, their feeling is being taken care. And when these is lagging, then these kids get into this non-cooperation mode, as I said. And these children, often you could hear from them these words where they tend to say, you don't understand me. You can't understand. Why should I say you? These kind of statements you could often listen from these kids who are not feeling respected. And mostly, even when you try to offer to help towards the kids in any aspect, they always deny it. And they tend to delay things intentionally, either for a specific period of time or for a prolonged period of time. If these symptoms are there, then your children are not feeling respected. What I would urge every parent to do is, if you want, listen to this audio again and please note down which of this reason you feel is most happening in your home. What is that you hear from your kid most often? It could be either one reason or it could be a combination of reasons. But recognize and understand this. And as I said, a pro tip is the things, the root causes, whatever we discussed, it's not just for small children's. The root causes remains the same even for teenagers and pre-teenagers. But the catch is the solution is not the same across ages. In our next video, I will discuss with you in detail against each of the root cause how we could able to handle it. It's going to be super easy and super simple, but we'll have to be clear with our root causes so that we could able to pick up the right technique that is going to work for us. And once you're done with the exercise, please put in the comment box which of the reason is most resonating with your family. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. And if you like the video, please press the like button. We'll meet in the next video.